My name's Rachel Jolly, and I've returned here to the place where I was born, Northampton, in the Midlands of England, to find out more about the place where generations of my family have lived and worked. Looking back at my family tree, which some members of the family have been researching recently, it just turns out for generations and generations, members of my family have worked in different professions in the world of shoes, right here in the middle of Northampton, with many weird and wonderful job descriptions, many of which I don't understand, from clipper and cutter to shoebox makers.
To find out more about the Northampton shoe industry and the people who worked in it, I headed over to the Northampton Shoe Museum to talk to expert Rebecca Shawcross.
The clickers, which are the men who used to cut out the uppers of the shoe.
Oh, okay. So
they're known as clickers.
I thought they'd do something else, right?
Yeah. And why they're called clickers?
Because I thought they might be people who made the holes or something. Oh, right. Like clicking the holes.
No, it's because it all used to be done by hand.
Yeah.
It is today still done by hand, but the knife they use, as it goes through the leather and touches the wooden board underneath, it makes a sort of clicking noise, which is known as clickers.
Oh, I see. This is a street in Northampton where all my family were from for generations in this area. Lots of terraced houses, and this is a street where lots and lots of families were working in the shoe trade, which is Northampton's key trade for centuries, really. In fact, looking at family history, family trees that my sister's doing all the time, going back to about 1720, there's always someone working in the shoe industry, and most of them live within a few streets of this area. Up here, I do remember coming to visit this street where my grandmother used to live, and my aunt, my mum, when she was little, used to go to school around here.
Oliver Cromwell's army in Ireland at the time put in a request for, I think it was 1,000 pairs of shoes and 500 pairs of boots. And Thomas Pendleton, a local shoemaker, plus a few others who never seem to get named at all, it's only him who's named, made these boots and shoes to the specification in the time for the right price. That really sealed Northampton's fate. And the contentious issue that even shoemakers now always bring up is that they were never paid.
I read that on the web. So that's the story, that they didn't get paid for the job.
And it's amazing how many people know.
And they won as well. So they should have got paid. And you'd understand if they lost, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and then it gradually grew up, and then in lots of areas it would be like in the backs of people's houses, in little workshops. And so the shoemaker, there's a lot of variations pre-factory. So you get an individual shoemaker, you get an individual shoemaker with his wife, whose wife would always help out. You would then get groups of shoemakers. Some people would do the entire process of making a shoe, some people would just do bits, and then it would all come together. And then really, I suppose what revolutionised it was the introduction of big machinery in the 1850s and 1860s.